Well, just like that, another Yankee season has come to an end. And to say it's disappointing, I think would be an understatement. It's a team, went to the World Series a year ago, and granted, one of their best players that was on that team, Juan Sono, left this offseason for little brother across town. I'm glad mom got her clothing budget, but I hope she enjoyed not watching any October baseball, stayed nice and warm in all those new clothes. But enough about that. Yankees fall 5-2 to the Blue Jays, lose in the ALDS 3-1. At least they had yesterday, and man, they tricked me yesterday. They were even saying on the broadcast, the whole 2001 Jeter knew, like, oh, we get one game, we're gonna be dangerous. So they were hyping that up, made me believe, hey, the Yanks are gonna do it. They're gonna come back. Judge had his big moment, that home run off the pole, foul pole, ties the game. Yanks go on to win, and I thought, yeah, maybe they do have a chance, but all that hope was for naught. I mean, they honestly went farther than I thought they would. A week ago, Tuesday, after they lost Game 1 of the wild card series to Boston, I kind of thought that was it. Because once again, another Aaron Boone disaster class, taking out Max Fried when he's dealing for the bullpen, Luke Weaver to just fall apart like he did all postseason. So they came back. They showed some fight. That's kind of something that, in all honesty, Yankees teams in the past really haven't done. So I guess that's a good thing. And I mean, even down the stretch here, just to like make it competitive in the division, finish tied with Toronto. They showed some fight down the stretch. So, that was good. That was not something I saw coming. Like, in all honesty, this year's probably the most checked out I've been on the Yankees in a while. I mean, partially just because like a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, took a new job, moved out on my own. So just honestly found not as much time to watch this Yankees team as in years past. And honestly, seemed like, especially in like May, June, a lot of the time, or like May, June, July, maybe not May, more like June, July, when I was watching, it just wasn't really worth it because the team, it was the same song and dance, losing games that they shouldn't, and just not really seeming to care. I mean, you can look at that series against Toronto when they took over the division, swept us back in early in July, and then it was never the same from there. And that's like one of those, literally just one game. And that's really what I think like the most about just kind of recapping this Yankee season is caring about every game, because it showed one game matters. They finished tied with the Blue Jays in the division, have the same record, but because they lost the season series, they are now playing in this wild card series. Don't have home field here against Toronto, and honestly, I think that makes all the difference. You just think back to all the games early in the season that Devin Williams blew. You think back, like I said, that series against Toronto, literally just like win one of those games. The one that sticks out to me the most, maybe just because, like I said, I didn't watch a whole lot of the Yankees this summer. This was one game that I did get a chance to watch most of. The first game after the trade deadline, they got all these guys. They got Bednar, Doval, Cruz, and they just like blow a game against the Marlins. They all got shelled, where they were winning big. And like it's like you win a game like that, you win the division. So that's really just my biggest takeaway. It's like we need this team to care about everything, because I feel like us as fans, like Yankees fans, are so passionate and really do. And that's why they get so upset and why I make videos like this, talking about the end of the season, because like the fans care about every game. They come to Yankee Stadium, they show up, they show out. I mean, I went to, how many Yankees games did I go to this year? I went to 2, but I mean, they're both like road games. Like Yankees fans travel. Like I went to the Subway Series this year at Citi Field. It's like 50-50, granted, I mean, it's just cross town, but I go see them against the White Sox every year. It's granted, the White Sox have a god-awful team where they have an owner that just does not care, and just cares to, spend the least amount of money possible and get fans in the stands. But like it's mainly Yankees fans when I go to that game. So like the fans care, and we just need management and the players on the field to care. And honestly, I think it was a step in the right direction this year. I mean, Aaron Judge, he should win MVP, had another incredible season. Like I said, he had his moments here in the playoffs too. Like I think he kind of put the Judge chokes in October like to rest a little bit. Like he definitely had some tough games where he's swinging at pitches he shouldn't be, like striking out. But that game yesterday, like that big home run. I mean, even today, like he goes down. Like he could have been the last out of the season. He gets an RBI base hit and like keeps it going. And that's the thing. It's like just keep the line moving. Like, so I don't know. I was really impressed with him. Ryan McMahon, another guy, like a lot of heart, really impressed with. That was a good trade deadline acquisition. He had the diving play against Boston. He had the home run tonight. His bat wasn't always there, but he's a guy that, he plays hard. I like how he plays. And just to actually have a real third baseman is enjoyable. I mean, like, they finally got rid of DJ this year. Thank goodness. I didn't think that was ever going to happen. But they finally did. And then eventually realized, hey, maybe we shouldn't play Jazz Chisholm, who's not a third baseman, at third base. And they go out and get McMahon. That was a good addition. I honestly, like I kind of mentioned before, that game backfired, but I liked a lot of these bullpen additions they made. I mean, I really see David Bednar as the closer here. At least I hope he is for the next couple of years. I mean, Duvall, Devin Williams, like, he can't be the closer. I mean, I'd be fine with him maybe in like a setup role. I mean, he gave a couple runs tonight. He did pitch better this postseason, though. Like I said, got off to a super, like, horrible start that, like, in all honesty, cost the Yankees the division. But yeah, that's... So I like Bednar and, like, Williams in a setup role. I would like that. I'd feel pretty confident that. I don't really know what happened to Luke Weaver. He was just piss poor this postseason. So that was really frustrating to see because, he was usually kind of a guy we could expect to hold it down. He pitched really well in the postseason last year, but just was not the case this year. And then one other guy was really impressed. Ben Rice this year is a guy that, like, he needs to be the Yankee for the rest of his career. He is older, so that should be easier to get done. And I'd love to see him just kind of as the everyday first baseman. I mean, Goldschmidt was solid this year. He had to find, but I think Ben Rice, like, he had quotes, like, kind of talking about, like, going at Aaron Boone back when they were struggling of, like, we need to, like, get it in gear and care about every game. Like, I forget exactly what the quote was, but it was something about that. So, like, he's one of those guys. He plays with a fire. Like, he knows what it's like to be a Yankee, and he's a guy that I want to see, on this team playing a very big role next year. A guy that I can't stand, that I hope we don't see playing a big role next year, is Anthony Volpe. Just another, like, just the hitting was just not there from, like, that was the thing. He was never a good hitter, but at least it was like his defense made up for it. This year his defense was not good. Granted, he was apparently playing through injury a lot. I don't know why the Yankees do this, where they just, like, kind of play these guys through injuries and then don't disclose it. And then, like, they play terrible because they're injured, and they just kind of keep running back out there every day. I just don't get that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just really not seeing it from him. I feel like that experience over. I feel like that's why they go and get guys like Ahmed Rosario or Jose Caballero. Like, Jose Caballero is another guy, like, I would love to just see him be the everyday shortstop next year. I really enjoyed watching him play this year. And then another guy, this one I'm torn on, and this is almost like, do you just have Ben Rice catch? Austin Wells, down year for him as well, just, like, really disappointed. And really what just, like, tipped me over the edge was just that at-bat tonight. They're down 5-1. They load the bases. Jeff Hoffman can't find the zone for the life of him. And what does Wells do? He swings the first pitch and flies out. It's like, dude, take some pitches. Like, this thing that drives me nuts with the Yankees, and I was talking about this guy on Twitter, is, like, some of these guys like Wells and Volpe, honestly, Jazz at times. I know he had, like, the winning home run or the go-ahead home run last night. Is they, like, try to just get it all back in one swing, and they, like, hype themselves up, like, too much, where it's like, oh, we're rallying, like, I gotta be the one that has the big swing here. And it's like, no, just keep the line moving. Like, they just always play for the home run, rely on this, just trying to get it all back with one swing. And that's what cost them. Like, I mean, they score a run in the ninth. If they score, like, 1 or 2 in the eighth, rather than trying to swing for the fences and get it all back, like, it just seems so much more attainable. But I don't know. I don't know if that's management or what. I'm gonna be honest, like I said earlier this year, and I said it in the video last year, I watched it back. If Aaron Boone shouldn't have a job. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's kind of like a him thing, where it's, they see um like he just is the one that's like instilling that in guys, like that, like feeling that they need to like get it all back in one swing. But also, I don't know if they get rid of Boone. Does it really matter if Cashman's still there? Like, I feel like Cashman's kind of the one that's running the show. And like I said, granted, he actually did make some good moves. Like I said in the video last year, if they didn't re-sign Juan Soto, that like last year was a failure. In all honesty, it was probably better that they didn't sign Juan Soto. Spending that money on Fried, especially after Cole's injury, and I feel like they used it to fill some holes and like go get guys like Bellinger, Goldschmidt, guys that like they actually did like need, as opposed to spending all that money on Juan Soto, and then just like plus having a guy like Trent Grisham step up, where he clearly should have just been playing over Alex Verdugo in the World Series last year. So that's the thing. I feel like Boone will still be around. I mean, he said it, but even if Cashman's still around, what does it matter? I mean, you just kind of see it here with the Blue Jays afterwards. Like Guerrero's on Fox doing the Big Papi, duh, Yankees lose. And like they're like playing New York, New York in the clubhouse. Like people just don't fear the Yankees anymore. And I think that's the most like disappointing thing for Yankees fans who are like my age or younger, is that like 2009 was 16 years ago. And like I don't know, I see the White Sox, being living here in the Chicago area. And like obviously White Sox fans would kill to be in the spot that the Yankees are every year, but I don't know, like 2009 is a long time ago. I was 9 years old. I don't really remember it. Like, does that really even like count? So it's like, Yankees fans my age, we have to get this like backlash of like, oh, 27 rings, 27 rings. Like everyone memeing, like everyone just memes the Yankees now. And they're really just not the old Yankees. They haven't won in 16 years, the second longest title drought, tied for it now in franchise history. I mean, they're 3 years away from breaking or tying the longest drought, and in all honesty, it looks like that's probably going to happen. So would I give this season, final words, is a season of disappointment. I mean, when you make the World Series the year before, granted, I don't think this team was as talented as last year's team. Granted, maybe they're a little bit more well-rounded, but talent-wise, probably not, especially then when you lose a guy like Garrett Cole for the whole year. I mean, I did pick them to come in second before the season, but I did have them making the World Series in my postseason predictions video last week. I talked myself into them making the World Series, and honestly, given my feeling right now, I'm disappointed, but in all honesty, this is probably about what I expected. So hopefully things can change soon. So appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, last year this was my most watched video ever. So sound off in the comments again, like you guys did last year. Let me know your thoughts, fellow Yankees fans. And if you're enjoying, this kind of content, I'm really trying to get my YouTube channels up and going again. I got my one Shoot to Rock Pro Sports, rebranded Bandwagon Sports to that, where I'm gonna be doing a lot of different pods on there, and then trying to get like a college sports channel more geared towards college sports, like college basketball started up here as college basketball starts up in a couple weeks. So appreciate you guys for watching, checking this video out. Make sure to check those things out, and I'll see y'all next year. Peace.